Ponyville was buzzing with activity. Ponies were out and about, going through their day, buying groceries, ponies socializing, ice skating, and general activities done on the current winter days. This included Saphirus, who walked down the streets in his winter boots, favorite blue scarf, and what would be considered a fall-like jacket. He hummed hearth-warming carols to himself as he went along his way. Stopping at Sugarkeep Corner, he picked up an order of cupcakes that were to be a cuddle snack for later. But that was only part of it. He planned to get something special for himself and his mare friend. His next stop was at the flower show. Normally he thought the shop would be closed for winter, but he was surprised to know some flowers bloomed during the cold season. Per suggestion, he got a bouquet arrangement of winter pansies and sweet alyssum with a few peaks of winter jasmine and hellebore for accent. Once that was complete, his last stop was the fruit stand in the market. Once winter began to set in, he asked the fruit vendors what fruits would be delicious during winter. They all suggested a winter fruit salad with a light brush of honey, and that's exactly what he got, as they all had come together and arranged a winter fruit salad consisting of oranges, pears, apples, kiwis, and pomegranate seeds as a beautiful topping. The honey added a subtle gloss coat to the already glistening fruit. With his shopping done, he trots back home. He already knew what and who was waiting for him. His precious flower, his beloved, his blue fireball, Lotus Moon. She had been cooped up anywhere heat could generate since winter set in. Trying to get her to go out was a small battle in and of itself that ended with a bribe. And, of course, once she got back home, she'd immediately teleport under the pillow and blanket nest she created next to the fireplace. It was amusing to him every time, and this time was no different. When Saphirus got home and went inside, he checked the living room where a messy red and black tail lazily flicked around.
Right where I left you.
He chuckled softly as the tail waved at him.
I got you something.
What is it?
Something yummy and sweet and fragrant.
A blue snout peeked out from the nest, before a horn followed. Finally, a pair of lavender eyes peered out at the stallion. They looked deadpan and knowing. This was Lotus's usual face upon seeing the cheeky smile plastered on her cult friend's muzzle.
What's the catch?
I don't know what you mean.
Saphirus' smile grew as he walked forward, placing his offerings near his beloved.
Sapphi, I know you. We've been dating for years now. 1 present is being sweet. 2 is being adorable because you're hiding something, or you're trying to get out of trouble. 3 means you want something. And because it's winter, I know what you want.
Lotus's eyes narrowed as she scanned between the presents and her beloved.
What's the catch?
Okay, I want you to come out with me to Carousel Boutique and Sweet Apple Acres.
He beamed.
No.
Lotus shrunk back into her nest.
Oh, come on, babe. It'll be just a quick trip, and you'll like it.
Saphirus pleaded.
It's like 30 degrees outside without wind. 1 minute outside is like a whole day's worth of cold to me, plus both those locations are on the opposite ends of town.
What would you say if I said Applejack was selling hot apple cider right now?
The cheekiness was dripping in his voice now, but it was enough to get a noticeable tail flinch from Lotus. She peeked her head out again with a cute pouty face.
Yes?
Will that be the first stop?
He nodded.
I'll go get ready.
And with that, Lotus crawled from her nest and over to the coat rack. Saphirus trotted leisurely down the street.
The day is gorgeous, isn't it, babe? Babe? Angelfish?
He looked around and spotted Lotus a good 10 paces back. She was in her winter cape with her favorite red scarf, winter boots, and a look of instant regret.
Come on, hon. Winter isn't that bad.
Zip it. You know I can't stand the cold.
She said through her scarf. A cold gust of wind immediately made Lotus want to retreat home, but Saphirus grabbed her by her tail with his teeth.
Why did I agree to this?
For hot cider!
He said through clenched teeth. He spits her tail out and sighs.
Come on, we'll walk close together, and I'll keep you warm.
Without a second thought, Lotus was practically glued to his side and sighing contentedly.
I knew you couldn't resist that idea.
Shut up! Oh, it's not my fault I have a thin coat, and you practically radiate heat.
She pointed out as they walked down to Sweet Apple Acres. As promised, Saphirus bought Lotus a few cups of hot cider, which she happily gulps down slowly.
Feel better?
Mildly. Don't think this means I forgot how you bribed me with flowers and a fruit salad.
Don't forget the cupcakes.
And cupcakes.
It was worth it.
Yeah. You said you wanted to go to Carousel Boutique next, right?
I did, and that's up next, and as soon as we finish our cider.
He said, finishing off his third cup while Lotus finished her sixth. Once both were done, they were on their way.
I want to go back home now.
You said that 5 times already, love.
Saphirus shrugged.
And yet you still won't let me go! Quite literally right now!
Lotus huffed. She was on the other side of their scarves, which Saphirus tied together to prevent her from running home.
Because what I have planned is worth it. Trust me. Hee.
He laughed softly. Lotus pouted as they walked, getting curious stares from others as they walked. When they finally arrived at the boutique, Saphirus untied them and went inside. He was only inside for about 2 minutes before coming out again. When he returned, Lotus looked like a miserable blueberry.
Wanna warm up?
What? Do you think?
Lotus shivered.
Come on.
When Lotus got closer, he wrapped a large scarf around them.
I had Rarity make this for us, so that we can go out together and you can stay warm. What do you think?
Lotus blushed and smiled a bit.
I'll make your favorite tea for the cupcakes when we get home.
She snuggles closer to him.
I'll hold you to that. Let's go home, my love.
The couple walked back home smiling and snuggled close. It was a day when the cold was worth it.
Thank you for listening, every pony. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to know when I post more content like this. Feel free to follow me on TikTok, Patreon, X, and Discord. Links in the description. And should you want to join my new nation, feel free to join the Shade Hollow, my Discord server. Good night, every pony.